Hola and welcome to episode 1 of Being Bielsa. I've made him look about 95 years old, the poor bloke. First of all, he gets mocked for his English when he comes to this country. Secondly, I'm turning him into... he's pretty old already, isn't he? 63, but the 3D model generator thing hasn't done him any favours here, I must say. It kind of looks like him, but not really. Oh, we're going to have to roll with that. I'm actually really looking forward to this. As you probably would have guessed, I'm going to be managing Leeds United in the Championship, and I'm going to be Bielsa. So I've removed Bielsa from the game, but I'm going to become him. It's a feature that I'd quite like on Football Manager, actually. The ability to actually just become a manager rather than having to remove them from their club and you become the manager. You actually become that person. I think that's a pretty good idea. Marcelo Bielsa is a footballing genius. People like Pep Guardiola have been inspired by him. His tactics are insane, but they tend to work. And he plays some incredible football. He gets his team really motivated and pumped up and just full of energy. And the fitness levels are incredible. He's a special manager, but he doesn't tend to win a huge amount. Quite often, his team will play really well first half of the season and they'll just be knackered for the second half of the season. But anyway, I've tried to style my manager, Marcelo Bielsa, on him. I've had to select him as an international footballer, even though I don't think he was. I think he was just sort of a regional footballer in Argentina, wasn't he? But just to get all these attributes, because I think that fits how he is. I've looked at his attributes on Football Manager, not using the editor, just to see what all his attributes behind the scenes are. He's very adaptable, he's very determined, he's got a very high level of discipline, very good at motivating. He's also good at all these other things as well. So I've tried to, in fact I think I can just max these out. There we go. There's only one thing that can't be maxed out. So we're making him into this footballing genius. His coaching I've not really focused on as much, but he is a very good coach as well, of course. But it's all about tactics, really, for him. So that's why I've gone for very good mental attributes, although he does wear a tracksuit, of course. So at the time of recording this first episode, Leeds United are top of the Championship after 4 games in the 2018-19 season. Bielsa's won 3, drawn 1. And I say Bielsa because everyone's saying it's him. They're all banging on about him. He's got the best out of this Leeds team, which is pretty much the same as last season, apart from a couple of additions. It truly is miraculous what he is doing there, but that's the Bielsa way. A lot of Leeds fans were saying perhaps he just won't suit the Championship or the Leeds way, or the sort of players that Leeds have at the moment. He just won't be able to get them playing the way he wants, but he has. He is a magician. And what I've done for this series is we're using a 2018-19 transfer update. Now, I did release a video about 3 weeks ago explaining how to get this transfer update, so I'll leave that video link in the description below. It's the 2017-2018 season, but with all the updates. So we've got Stoke, Swansea and West Brom in the Championship. All the transfers have been completed. There's a few changes to players' attributes and that sort of thing as well. So it's basically FM19 on Football Manager 2018, but in the 2017-2018 season, if that makes sense. So instead of Bielsa being 63, he's 61, about to turn 62. He looks okay there, actually. He doesn't look too bad looking at that. He kind of looks like how he does. This is the Leeds squad. I know a fair amount of these players. Tom, if you're watching, hello. My friend who is a big Leeds fan. I kind of keep up to date with Leeds because of him, really. So I know a lot of these players, and also the start of this season, who can have ignored what Leeds have done in the first few games. Of course, that could all change. They might collapse at Christmas like they often do, and they have done in the last few years. But under Bielsa, you never know. They might go up. They've got a good chance of going up, I think, after that incredible start. I know it's early days, but you never know. And I'm going to try and do the same thing. I want to get promoted with this Leeds United team to the Premier League, where all Leeds fans believe that they belong. Today's episode is all about tactics. Now, this is actually Bielsa's preferred tactic according to Football Manager, and this is his second tactic according to Football Manager, but he's been playing something a little bit different with Leeds, I do believe. He's been playing this, I think, and Leeds fans correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's playing a back four with a defensive midfielder, and then 4, and perhaps these 2 guys will play there actually in my system, and then Roof up front. I think that's what he's been playing. But it looks like a normal tactic, But the way they play is incredible, really. Very fast pace, short passing, high intensity, closing down, attacking football. Great to watch. So today's episode is all about sorting out these tactics. Now, I've started it towards the end of pre-season. Well, we've already played one pre-season game, which I haven't played, of course, but it's been played behind the scenes before I started this save. So we've got 4 more friendlies to play, and then we've got Millwall on the first day of the season and Coventry City in the Carabao Cup. It's a long old season, the Championship season, but I'm certainly looking forward to it. Now, training-wise, I bet what he does is he does fitness, doesn't he? On probably very high. Well, I'm going to go for high because I don't want to. No, it probably is very high. But at the same time, I don't want to absolutely murder my players. But it's the Bielsa way. What would Bielsa do? That's what I have to ask myself every single time I do something on this save. I was thinking of introducing this series with me having like an interview and trying to speak English. But to be honest, I admire Bielsa for those interviews, those strange interviews that he's been doing with a translator, learning English on the spot, in the public eye, on live television. What a man for doing that. And I think the match preparation should be match tactics. Before I go any further, this video is sponsored by OneFootball. There's a link in the description below. If you click on that, if you're on a desktop, it'll take you to the website. If you're on a phone or a tablet, it'll take you to the app, which you can download for free. And it's a great football app. I use it myself. So check it out, please. So this is what I'm thinking should be the Leeds team based on what he has been playing. I think he's been playing Berardi rather than Jansen. I'm not entirely sure. But this is relatively sensible. There's a few players that perhaps aren't playing in the position they should be playing. I mean, Click, for example, he's actually an attacking midfielder, but I think he's been playing sort of behind these two. That's my understanding. Leeds fans, anyone watching, correct me if I'm wrong. But maybe you don't even know yourself, because he's a bizarre manager. I know against Swansea he subbed off Phillips after 28 minutes or something because he wasn't playing particularly well. Now, if we go to mentality, team instructions, now I think he's attacking, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's attacking. Doesn't he get his defensive line quite high up? I don't know if it's completely high up, but like their tempo's definitely high. I think he's quite fluid. All the players get involved in different things, don't they? So the attackers have to defend, the defenders attack, everyone gets involved. I don't really know about width. I think we'll just go for balanced for now. Short passing, retain possession's very key, but be more expressive with that, which is... It's a crazy mix, but I think it will work. You have to close down much more. I'm not sure get stuck in is a wise thing to use. Does he use tighter marking? I don't know. I think he looks for the overlap with the fullbacks getting forward. We've got Douglas and Ayling, 2 very good fullbacks. I think generally low whipped. We'll go for mixed crossing. I think I've seen Roof score a header. We'll go for that for now. And all the players need to close down and get involved. It's all short passing, so I'll have to play around with the player instructions as well. There's some decent players missing out in that first 11, actually. I mean, Patrick Bamford's a cracking striker, but he's been coming off the bench. Berardi is a full-back, but I feel like he's been playing centre-back or something. Or was Ayling been playing centre-back? I don't really know. I've looked for formations and everything, but I've not really been able to find anything. I've just been able to find the lineups that he's used. So I'm trying to fit the players to the system that I think he's been playing with Leeds, but we might go to one of his other tactics that he loves. So my aim with Leeds is to get promoted, and I feel like if I don't get promoted, the Leeds board will probably get rid of me because they tend to get rid of a lot of managers. But I'm going to select this for now because I'm going to stick with the team I have. I'm not going to make any transfers in this first season because I'm trying to stick with the team that Bielsa actually has in real life. So I'm just going to go for the lowest expectations for now. We do actually have a bit of money to spend, but I don't think I'll spend it. But maybe in January, because I don't know what Bielsa is going to do in January in real life, so I suppose I could sign players then if I want to. Meeting the media. I need my translator. This chap will do a job for me. Okay then. See. May be difficult for a while, but I'm not here to... I'm going to learn English. It's a universal language, football. You've done your job. Well done, my friend. So I'm going to play a friendly for you. You can see the Bielsa Tactic in action against Oostende, the Belgian team. Yeah, I'm going to go with my first 11. Oh, I can't really go with my first 11. Hernandez is dead. I think we'll call the tactic the Bielsa Bucket. I've taken Hernandez out because he's a bit dead. I've brought in Lewis Baker. We've got on loan from Chelsea. I didn't even realise he was there. Why aren't they playing him? What a player to have on loan. But remember, it is Bielsa. What would Bielsa do? He'd ignore those sorts of players and play the players that he loves and trusts. I haven't played FM18 for a while, actually. I've been playing Football Manager 2008. And that series is starting to come to an end. I've got one more season to go. And this series is probably going to take me up until FM19. The plan is to try and get promoted to the Premier League and go from there. I'm not going to do loads and loads of seasons. This is just a nice medium length save to take me up to FM19, where of course I'm bringing back Regen Rovers. Looking forward to that. Episode 2, I'm going to play the first game of the Championship season. So I'm going to play the friendlies in between then, and here come Ustend on the attack. That's cleared away. Ailing with a diving header. Why is he doing a diving header clearance there? He could have just thumped it clear. God knows what he was trying to do. Bielsa probably doesn't know either. Here they come. Lovely ball through. This doesn't look good. It's 1-0 to Ustend. Not a good start for Marcelo Bielsa. That's me. I'm Marcelo Bielsa. I don't really look like... I should get some glasses. He doesn't always wear glasses, does he? Ah, what a guy. I should wear tracks. I don't think I own a tracksuit. Could just wear a hoodie, I suppose. Here's Baker whipping it in, and that's saved by their goalkeeper. It might take a bit of time to get the players used to this system. I don't think they were pulling up trees in pre-season from what I've heard, but they certainly have in the league. Here's Ailing coming forwards, finds Phillips through to Alioski, crosses it in. Roof 1-1. Great header. Kemar Roof. I think I'm going to bring him off at half time. He's a bit knackered. The fitness regime has already got to some players, but if they're not up for it, they're out. That's what Bielsa would do. Just because he's been loyal to these sorts of players at the start of the season, he might not be over time if he's not happy with them, if they're not performing. Here's Roof. Should be finishing that. Oh no, we've got an injury already. Calvin Phillips has picked up a knock at half time. Made some changes. I've got a big old squad actually. Big enough for 12 subs. I don't know what sort of players are in the youth team these days at Leeds. Don't know if there's any players coming through the system. I don't actually know much about these players. All I know is their names. Peacock Farrell is their goalkeeper. It's only 20 years old, so he's young, isn't he? Made some more subs. Just over 20 minutes to go until the end of this first friendly. It's been quite a boring affair, but that's what pre-season's all about, I suppose. Just building up the fitness, getting the players used to our system as Anita comes forward, puts in a good ball, and Bamford should be putting that in the back of the net, really. If you can leave a like on this video, that'd be much appreciated, just to let me know you're looking forward to the rest of this series. We're trying to have some fun. We're trying to emulate Bielsa, I suppose. But it's going to finish 1-1 this first friendly. 13 shots, 57% possession. That's a little bit encouraging. We didn't play too badly. Click played well in the register role, playing behind the two central midfielders. That's not too bad. And that's motivated the lads, that team talk. If there's anything you think I should be doing that I'm not doing, tactically, player-wise, perhaps I should be playing a certain player somewhere else, I don't know. But remember, it's what would Bielsa do? What is he doing? What would he do? We have to think like him. We have to think like Marcelo, the Argentinian maestro. But that's it for episode 1. I hope you continue to watch this series. Episode 2, like I said, it's going to be the start of the Championship season. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2018. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.